Hi guys, it's Amber from Amber Eats Books, and I'm here today to do a chit chat video. I have not done one of these videos in months. I think the last one was maybe in October. I don't think I did one in November. If I did, it was very early on in November. I'm not sure, but it was definitely a few months ago. We're sitting in a little different location because my lighting today is just horrible. It is very cloudy outside, but today's the only day that I can film, so I'm doing it now. It has been a busy couple of months. I always have such aspirations to put out so many more videos here on BookTube, and I just never get around to them. I will sit down sometimes when I have free time and be like, okay, I should film a video or two, but I just mentally do not have the energy to do it. So I haven't. I don't want to ever force myself to be in front of the camera if I don't want to be, because I know that negative energy will definitely come across. So please bear with me as I make it through the next month or two. It's just been a little stressful. My older kids have had a couple of issues that have come up between home and school that are not the best, and it has just taken a lot out of my husband and I to deal with that. But they're teenagers. It is to be expected. It's just a little disheartening because, you know, you always think as a parent, oh, my kids are so well behaved, and sometimes they're not, and you have to deal with it. So that has kind of taken a lot of my attention this month, as well as, if you're new here, I am a bus driver, school bus driver, and I just got my license to become a school bus driver not even a full 2 years ago. I got it in November of 2016. Usually a license is good for 4 years. However, when I received mine, my regular license expired in 2018, so they never changed the expiration date. So I already have to take my proficiency test, which is basically the same test all over again. You would think because I drive the bus every day that I'd be prepared for it. However, it is just so different than the actual everyday driving. You have to do this full extended talk out loud pre-trip, which takes like half an hour to say out loud. You have to slow yourself down. You have to say why you're doing what you are looking for, and then you have to do your procedures like your student drop off, your student pickups, and you have to, again, slow those procedures way down and say everything out loud, every step that you're doing out loud, and to remember the right terminology and all of this. And I personally don't drive a big bus every day. I am in one of the smaller buses, which we call vans. I mean, they're bigger than a regular car, but they are still smaller than a bus. I'm in one of those every day. So like all of my controls are on the right-hand side, whereas in a big bus, all of the controls are on the left-hand side. So even just that is completely different for me, and it's stressing me out so much. One, I have anxiety in general, so when I know something big is coming up, I just start to get anxious because of that, but also because I don't feel quite prepared yet. The anxiety is just almost unbearable at times. I know that my test is coming up within the next month, and I have been studying, but I still feel like I have a little bit of ways to go in order to feel as prepared as I want to be. And it's just stressing me out. So please think of me, guys, during the next month, because I'm not going to be easy for my family to live with all of this weighing me down. But there have been some positives in the last couple months. One of those positives is my youngest daughter, Brooke, has been doing so well in school. Her teacher actually recommended her to be tested to see if she was possibly gifted, because she is the youngest in her class. I think there was one other girl that's born on the same day as her who maybe an hour or two younger than her, but she is one of the youngest in her class. So she's 8 years old, whereas everyone else is 9, and some of them are turning 10. And he just felt that she was really above where she needed to be. So we went through this process of her getting tested, and it came back that she is gifted, especially in certain areas, but overall she is gifted as well. She's advanced for her age, and that was just such a joy to hear, and it kind of made her feel, you know, special. But we also kind of explained to her that even though you are gifted, that you never hold that over somebody else. You don't ever make anyone else feel dumb or whatever. You try to help them if they're struggling, or if they're not going as fast as you want them to. Maybe say, hey, how can I help you? What can I do for you? And it's been a joy because she is so advanced. She's always been advanced, even at home. She really gets what we're telling her, and she understands it, and she puts it into practice. Even her teachers and her school psychologist and whatnot always say how kind she is, how good she is with the other students, which is one of the best things that you can hear. I don't care about my children's grades so much. I'm not like one of those people that are like, you have to get A's, you have to do this. As long as you're trying your best, and if your best is a C and that's what you can get, that's great. I'm not going to ride you for that. That is not something that matters to me. What matters to me is how much of a good person you are. So to be able to hear that about her, as well as to have the results come back that she was gifted, was just so heartwarming for me. It was definitely a highlight of the last month or two. But other than that, I have to say, I recently reached over 700 subscribers here, and I just want to thank everyone that has shouted me out and has featured me in their shout out videos, or has just mentioned my name in passing on their videos, because each and every one of you has made that jump. I was stuck between, I want to say 400 and 500 subscribers for what seemed like months. It was probably 6 months. I just, for some reason, couldn't get over that hump. And then within the last, I want to say 4 months, it just exploded, and I've gotten over probably 300 subscribers, but now my number I think is sitting somewhere around 730. And I just want to thank you guys so much for doing that. And also I wanted to say welcome to all of you new subscribers. I am glad to have you. And I would like to announce a Q&A. I have not done one of these, I think, since I hit 400, so it's been quite a while. So if you guys would like to submit a question, leave it down below, or find me on Twitter or Instagram, and I would definitely love to answer your questions. I will leave the video up probably for 2 to 3 weeks, just to collect all the answers and to let people have time to be able to see it, because I know I have a backlog of videos to get through. But I'll leave it up for a while, and probably sometime at the beginning of April, I will go ahead and do the Q&A. So yeah, I'll leave those down below. I also wanted to let you guys know that I am a little bit more active on Instagram than I am on here, or even on Twitter. I'm trying to get into Twitter. For some reason, I just feel like I'm not good at Twitter. Do any of you feel like that? Like, I get onto Twitter and all these other booktubers are on there, and I love following them and reading about what they're doing and their thoughts. And some of them are just so witty, or they just are able to get thoughts across better than I feel like I am. Plus, I don't do a lot during the day. I'm a mother, so I don't feel like I have this fun and exciting life like some of the other people do. I don't know. Maybe it's just my own mentality, but I'm just not as active on Twitter as I want to be. I'm trying to get better at it. But on Instagram, I love Instagram. I love to be able to take a photo or just a small Instagram story and post it up. I'm trying to get into the Instagram stories a lot more. I'm doing better at it. I would like to do cute little, snippets of my day, like little videos here or there, maybe some more of my pets, because you guys haven't seen a ton of those. But I'm definitely more active on there. So go and check me out. It's Amber Eats Books. And I would love to be your friend and to see what you guys are reading and stuff through that forum. I also have a personal Instagram, which is also linked down below. So if you guys ever want to go on there, but I have not been quite as active because my personal Instagram is mostly nature photos with a little bit of family photos and food photos kind of mixed in there, but it's normally nature, and it's when I go on my hikes I take pictures, and because it's been so cold I just have not been hiking. But that'll probably become a little bit more active during the next few months as the weather warms up, if it ever does, because there's more snow coming for Wednesday and I am not looking forward to it. And they say it may be up to 1 foot of snow, and my husband is out of town right now on business, and I'm like, I do not want to have to deal with 1 foot of snow by myself. Well, not completely by myself. My teenagers will help me, and my father-in-law lives next door, so hopefully he will be able to get the snowblower out, or we can get it out and figure out how to use it. But normally that's my husband's job, and he's not here this week, so I'm gonna have to take care of it. And I'm not looking forward to the snow, though. I just don't want any more. We had a couple of gorgeous days during the month of February where it was like in the 60s. One day it reached like the 70s, and it was just like that taste of spring, and then it was gone. So now we're gonna get more snow, and it's gonna be cold, and I'm not in the mood for it. But anyway, that's how my month has been going. I know I'm just kind of rambling on, throwing random things out here to you guys, What have you done in the month of February? Was there anything that was like a highlight for you? Anything that you want to share? I would definitely love to hear about it. Please leave your comments down below. Keep your fingers crossed for me going through this next month, and I hope to have another chit chat video for you in the beginning of April. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great month and happy reading.